quiet all day, and the moment that I want to film. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Maria. If you're not new, my name is still Maria. I don't know where I was gonna go with that. Tomorrow is December 19th, which means that tomorrow it's gonna be a month since Supernatural came to an end. I'm still trying to process the information. I cannot believe it's been a month. Everything that's happened, it feels like a lifetime ago, but it also feels quite recent. You know what I mean? Since I am in pain because of this, I decided why not ease my supernatural pain with more supernatural, because that's what I tend to do. I'm gonna be watching the pilot. I'm gonna be freaking out because they're gonna look so young. I'm pretty sure Jared was my age. Was he? I'm pretty sure he was 23 or 22. I'm currently 22. But even if he was 23, you know, that's just 1 year. It's insane. He was a baby. And now he has 3 kids. It's insane. If you're not subscribed yet, please consider sticking around and subscribing down below. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. I love that I'm saying that and you even haven't seen the video. Anyway, I hope you like it. The title card is making me nostalgic because I've seen this episode since 2012, at least twice a year. Minimum twice a year. And now I haven't seen it in about a year, I would like to say. Maybe even more. I don't think I've been able to see it ever since they announced that season 15 was gonna be their last season. Honestly, that house shot with the tree looks kind of scary, like Amityville vibes. Remember when Supernatural was scary? I used to be scared shitless when I used to watch it as a 9-year-old, and now I'm like, oh, it's not that bad.
Gotcha.
Damn, Samantha looks so young. I mean, Jeffrey does too.
Is he hungry?
Don't do that, darling. That's not John. That's not John. You don't know that, but I do. That's also a very cool shot. Back when this show used to be scary. Or, you know, scary. I just noticed this episode is 46 minutes. I love that the pilot is longer than the finale. You just realized that wasn't John. I told ya. I love that he heard his wife scream. He doesn't see her, but he's like, hey baby, how are you? That's blood. I hate that I know this dialogue by heart. Dude, grab your kid and go. Take your brother outside as fast as you can. Don't look back. Now, then go. I hate myself. I truly do. It's impossible for a 4-year-old to run down the stairs like that with a newborn in his hands. Well, a 6-month-old, not newborn, but still, a baby, a child. Then he just swiftly picks the 4-year-old and the baby doesn't fall out? Come on, Supernatural, come on. Come on. In my mind, I don't know why, the house completely burned down. So it didn't make sense to me that Sam had the picture and they had their childhood photos, but now it makes sense because the house never burned down. It was just a tiny fire. Well, not so tiny, but you know what I mean? Maybe I made up a lot of things in the pilot, I don't know, we'll see.
Do I have to?
Yes.
A baby, a literal child.
You know how I feel about Halloween. What would I do without you?
Crash and burn.
Foreshadowing, you're gonna wish you didn't say that in a couple of minutes.
Easy, Tiger.
It doesn't matter how many times I've seen this, the easy tiger gets me every single time. He sounds so young. He doesn't even sound 26 or 27. How old was Jensen? 27, right? 26, whatever. He doesn't sound like a 20-year-old. He sounds like a 15-year-old. Oh my god. Babies.
Oh no, I wouldn't dream of it.
That's your brother's girlfriend. Don't be gross.
Dad's on a hunting trip. And he hasn't been home in a few days.
Afraid of the dark? Are you kidding me? Of course you should be afraid of the dark. You know what's out there.
I cannot take them seriously. My main focus on this is their voices. I'm sorry.
You think Mom would have wanted this for us?
Who cares what your mom wants? She's dead.
What was he hunting?
You're gonna regret this 15 years later. I know why, I'm telling you. Okay, I'm gonna repaint my nail while I watch this. I did them yesterday. Essie, I'm suing. Yeah, because that isn't scary at all. Random ass woman dancing, glitching in the middle of the night. The woman was literally glitching. And he's like, yeah, let me stop right next to you and be like, do you need help? Men are so stupid. So dumb. You have a girlfriend, stop looking at her tits.
Like you really shouldn't be alone out here.
No? Doesn't she say that?
I'm with
I
you.
don't know. I was like, I know this way too well. I would have just left her ass long ago, the moment that she mysteriously disappeared from the car. Actually, no, I wouldn't have even picked her up because I would have been like, this bitch is glitching. I don't want her anywhere near me. The first time I saw this, I was so scared. When that bird flew, I was like, oh my god. I like screamed, I'm pretty sure.
How'd you pay for that stuff? You and Dad still running credit card scams?
Sam, why don't you just yell it louder? They didn't hear you in Australia. He's so open about it. Like, yeah, you still scamming people for their credit cards? Like, dude, you're outside. People can hear you.
Hunting ain't exactly a pro ball career.
It should though. Like, the US has so many haunted places on itself. On its own. I don't know how to speak English. Like, they could have made some mad money if they charged for it. I love that he said Metallica. He puts the cassette in and AC/DC plays. They couldn't afford Metallica's copyrights or what? He's so pretty. I can't. He is so hot and he knows it. In the right mind would believe this. Like, they literally look like they're 18 and they're like, yeah, we're federal marshals. I mean, every single cop in this series always believes them. They are never like, let me call the FBI. I mean, no, that's a lie. Sometimes they do that. They give in so easily, like, you just show a badge and they will be, here's your information, here's what you want. They're so gullible.
That is exactly the kind of crack police work I'd expect out of you guys.
I love him. I love him so much.
Do you know about the things you've done?
No, and she's not ever going to know.
Well, that's healthy.
Well, that's healthy.
I have news for you,
This is
darling.
not going to be my life. You got
The next 15 years, it's gonna be your life. Little does he know.
Mom's gone.
He does have a point.
She's
though.
coming back.
She ain't coming back. How is it that they both jump off the bridge and suddenly Sam is left hanging on the bridge? It doesn't make sense. He literally jumped out. Make it make sense, Supernatural. In this shot, he's just like, oh yeah, I never entirely jumped. I love them and I miss them so much.
Not since she was the love of my life.
She was the love of your life, yet you cheated on her. Make it make sense, love. Make it make sense.
dozens of places in Hawaii, in Mexico, lately in Arizona.
Wait, so if there's various versions of this woman in white, wait, does the Tulivieja? Is the Tulivieja a version of the woman in white? But it makes sense now. I don't know if I added it to the video or if I cut it off, but I mentioned how, you know, they're currently in California, and in season 15 when Chuck releases all the spirits, I think they were in Kansas or something like that, the woman in white is mysteriously there. But now it kind of makes sense if there are various appearances throughout the world. I mean, not just the US. It makes more sense now. Okay, whatever. That was just reassurance for myself.
Take me home.
No.
I can never go home.
Girl, it's not that deep. Just go inside. Just go in and face your children. The CGI effects aren't that great, but they're very good in comparison to season 15, which is kind of questionable. Poor baby, she has been through so much in the past 15 years. I'm surprised she's still going. Damn, that is a very cool shot. That is a very cool shot, I gotta give them that. I miss it being this scary, and with the filter that they used to use in the first couple seasons, it was so good. I'll never forgive them for not using it anymore. Well, yeah, that's questionable, but putting that aside. But hey, they took her home, they got to release the spirit, everything's good, everything's fine and dandy. He looks so disappointed.
You're not going.
He looks so sad. He was so happy to have his brother back, and then Sam's like, psych. He's so in love. baby, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry they did you dirty. My question is, how did the demon know when Sam was gonna come home? Or did he have Jess hanging from the ceiling the entire weekend waiting for Sam to come back? Did we ever get an answer on that when he meets the yellow-eyed demon? I can't remember. Also, how do you explain this to someone? Like, once the firefighters put the fire out, is the body still on the ceiling? Is it on the floor? Did the body just disappear?
You got work to do.
Such a good episode. It's such a good episode. A 10 out of 10, if I say so myself. I miss them even more, and now I want to rewatch the show. Illegally, of course, because we are boycotting the CW. It makes me want to rewatch it again. Should I? Convince me to not do it. Somebody please convince me to not rewatch it, because I am this close to rewatching it. I'm gonna rewatch it. I totally am. I totally am. And you know what? No one's gonna stop me. No one. Absolutely no one. I love this show. I love this show so much, and every single time that I watch the pilot episode or any other episode, to be honest, I get reminded of how much I love them. This show is my life. I will never get tired of the show. And that's on that. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And as I said in the beginning, if you're not subscribed, please consider sticking around and subscribing down below. Let me know in the comments if you have rewatched the show ever since it came to an end, and if you have, was it easy for you? Was it hard? Did you start from the beginning? Did you start from season 4? Or did you just pick a random season? Did you pick a random season? Oh boy, okay. I'm gonna leave this here, but again, thank you so much for watching, and I shall see you in the next one.